We are standing before Édouard Manet's last major work, a tour de force from 1881 to 82, entitled A Bar at the Folies Bergère. Exhibited at the 1882 Paris Salon, this painting provides a dazzling and provocative culmination of the contemporary subjects Manet depicted throughout his career: delectable still lives, fashionable Parisienne, and spectacular urban environments. The Folies Bergère was Paris's first music hall and cabaret theatre. Come with me to the Folies Bergère, an elegant center of nightlife on the Rue Richier in the heart of Paris. The year is 1882. Are you confused by how the barmaid seems to be in two places at once? Her mirrored counterpart seems a bit more solicitous and engaged than the woman directly in front of us. The debonair gentleman in a silk top hat leans towards the counter, procuring a drink, or maybe engaging in some other kind of exchange with the barmaid. Claude Monet is an artist closely associated with French Impressionism, a movement he initiated with Pierre-Auguste. Claude Monet spent the early months of 1888 in Antibes, on the Mediterranean coast, seemingly worlds away from the more temperate north. In May, he returned to Paris with 10 paintings, including this one. Paul Gauguin's 1897 painting, tellingly named Te Rerioa, The Dream, is suffused with compelling symbolist ambiguity. This interior scene of two Tahitian women, a dog, and a sleeping child evokes a strange sense of the Courtauld Gallery houses England's most important works by French post-impressionist Paul Gauguin, one of the most mythologized artists of all time. Haymaking was painted in Brittany in 1889, 2 years before the artist. Along with painter Claude Monet, Pierre-Auguste Renoir developed Impressionism to capture the ephemeral quality of life in his time and the sense of nature. This is a preliminary version of one of French 19th century artist Édouard Manet's most important and controversial works, Le Déjeuner sur l'herbe, Luncheon on the Grass. This light-filled leisure scene of a woman and child gazing out at sailing boats on the Seine represents Édouard Manet's closest approach to open-air Impressionism, and was probably, at least in part, painted out of doors. Created during the summer of 1874, when Manet was visiting his close. A shrewd businessman, and one of the foremost modern art dealers of the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Ambroise Volard's name is inseparable from the careers of Paul Cézanne, Henri Matisse. Au Bal represents a fashionable Parisienne, a subject matter that increasingly attracted Édouard Manet from the 1870s on. This is one of 5 depictions the artist made of a young society figure and family friend, Marguerite Conflans, though it can scarcely be called a typical portrait. Shown in profile,